Weeaboos. They have always been a part of the internet. Fun fact, weeaboos played a pivotal role in the formation of 4chan. Yeah, when the Something Awful forums decided to ban all the furries and weeaboos, a user named Moot decided to create his own image board. And thus, 4chan was created. Why am I bringing this up? Well, because Blade Kitten is a game that feels like it was made by one of these people.
I love anime!
Yeah, and manga!
And gaming!
This is how you know it's going to be something special. The game starts with us arriving at a level from Sonic Lost World. We are playing bounty hunter Kit Ballard.
Ballard. Kit. Breaker key. K559558BAL.
This is all the exposition you get, by the way. You want to know more about the world and the backstory? Well, fuck you. Read the comic book or read the blurbs on BladeKitten.com.
Bounty, 1 million hex.
I'll take it.
Actually, Pumpkin, I think I'll take it. One would hate to mess up that lovely hairdo.
Aw, shucks. Are you trying to scare me or something? 'Cause you really suck at it.
Okay then, fine. We'll play it your way, shall we?
What the? My ship!
What the fuck was that? Okay, let's start with the animation. The gun's not even pointed at her fucking head. And look at that face! Yeah, that's the face of someone who has a gun to their head, I tell you what. And then this blonde person, whose name we only learn later in the game, blows up our ship, and then steals our breaker key. Why? The fuck even is a breaker key? My only guess is that it's some sort of badge or ID showing that you're a licensed bounty hunter. Why would you steal that? We chase after her and get into the gameplay. Wouldn't you know it, it's a platformer. A pretty basic one at that. For traversing, you got your basic shit, sprinting, jumping, and double jumping, but you can also climb on walls and ceilings to get around, which is kinda cool. For combat, you got a sword. You can swing it, do a ground pound, you can use it to pull enemies closer, and you also have an infinite block. Yeah, that's about the gameplay. It's meh. The main problem is the controls are really floaty and the animations constantly bug out. It doesn't help that combat is pretty much just smash the attack button until you win. Also, combat's kinda bullshit, because enemies can just decide to block your moves, and you can get stun locked to hell. Like, come on! What the fuck is this? Not that it matters much, you'll rarely die from taking damage as your health regenerates to full pretty quickly. Speaking of your health, I do like this 2006 chibi emoticon. It changes depending on a lot of things, like when Kit's getting hurt, or if she's standing in a pile of muck, or got a face hugger on her head. It's a nice detail, I kinda like that. Not that I'm gonna be giving the game much more praise, mind you, especially in the looks department. I mean, fuck, the game looks like X-Arm. Luxuriating in lavish production values and slick playability, this acrobatic cel-shaded hack and slash platform puzzler barrels along at a frenetic pace. From Eurogamer. Lavish production values. Lavish. If this is what lavish production values looks like, then I must look like Henry Cavill. Blonde bitch is able to get away because Kit sucks at her job, and we end up in a town where we meet this guy.
Oh, hello! You want to buy somethings? I sell you lots. Oh, top good merchandise.
Not to be racist or anything, but Asian people.
A cute mascot creature steals his sausages and we have to get them back.
Hey there, little buddy. Don't be scared. I don't want to hurt you. I just want to get those sausages. You've eaten them already, haven't you?
Hey, what are you doing back here?
Me? Oh, I was just taking my little friend here for a walk.
Didn't your mother teach you not to play with vermin?
What the fuck? Dude was about to blast this thing for no reason. Like, imagine seeing someone petting a cat and your first instinct is to blow it into gooey chunks. This is Skiffy. He's just used to activate certain switches and get money that's out of reach. There's not really much to him. We get the sausages back and the seller gives us a tauntaun and access to the shop, where we can buy upgrades, new blades, and costumes. We then run into Blonde Bitch, who shows up on a hover bike.
Nice ride.
Hey there, little Miss H2O2. Bleached much?
Now that's comedy.
We chase her down on our oversized Yoshi, and we find that she crashed into some sort of alien snail thing. And you know, Kit is very nonchalant talking to someone who blew up her ship and stole her ID.
Need a hand?
No, not at all. Why?
No reason. So, can I have my key back, Blondie Belle?
You didn't say the magic word.
Fine. Can I please have my key back?
We gotta chase her again, cause fuck you. And when we catch up...
Are we done here? My breaker key? Please?
There. You know, you don't look anywhere near as good as you are.
Thanks. I think.
Oh, don't thank me yet.
Great. Just great.
Good to know, our protagonist is so stupid, she can't tell the difference between her ID stick and a grenade. And man, that Looney Tunes gag does not work with these graphics. Luckily, Skiff was able to get the key, but we are locked out of it because there were too many login attempts. What the fuck was the point of this? Anyway, we have to go to security to get it reset. We get there and we meet Sheriff Walrut Head. Kit flirts like she's in a Wattpad fanfiction, and Head asks Kit if she can help the Saul mercenaries who are being attacked by a local terrorist organization called the Nortian Wolves. Don't know why we would help the Saul mercenaries since they've been trying to kill us the entire game so far, but fuck it.
When you put it that way.
Oh, if only I was a little younger, and she was less human.
Human? Yeah, despite being a cat person, Kit is described as human. Even though in the About section of the website she's described as a feline? Feloin? Which you may not realize is a different word from human. I guess this is a good opportunity to talk about Kit's character. She's very bland. She spouts a lot of one-liners and flirts, but it feels like the writer went, she's a female anime protagonist. She needs to be sassy and flirty, and then stopped there. And the voice acting doesn't fucking help.
What the? My ship!
On the way to our objective, we free some of the planet's locals from cages, but most of them say they signed up to be relocated to nicer places to live? But then this last one, they do believe the soul marks are up to something.
Thank you. Please spread the word. The Solars are up to no good.
We will. Right, Skippy?
Oh my god, can you guys sound like you give a shit, please? Eventually we make it to the fort, where the soul mercs are being attacked. One of them gives us a message to give to the commander, and we gotta go inside. However, despite being sent there to help the soul mercenaries, we end up killing both the Torian wolves and the mercenaries. Kit Ballard, everybody, the most true neutral in the galaxy. We reach the commander, who's not given a name, and he does not give a shit that we murdered his men. Cold as ice. But suddenly, Cthulhu attacks! Don't get excited though, we don't actually get to fight the cool giant monster, we just have to run away from it.
When I ruled the land.
Kit wakes up, but it seems Darks have overrun the place somehow. We go through the level until we reach a dead end, and to continue we have to die. Yeah, it was a dream sequence. Totally not foreshadowing whatsoever.
Perhaps, if we may ask, might you help us? Every night our caravans are being attacked by a ghostly machine of death.
Why can't you stop it?
The hero of the story, everybody! We find the mech and we have to fight it 3 times, and the fight really ain't great. You just gotta get behind it and spam the attack button. Turns out the mech was remote controlled using some soul tech. It's never explained why the soul mercenaries did this, by the way. Just that they're assholes, I guess. The guy is grateful, and he tells us where we can find the Nortian Wolves. But before we can make it to the town, we're stopped by a member of the Magasi Sisterhood. They're not really explained what they are. Kit just says that they're some sort of techno cult, I guess.
You're the breaker called Justice?
Yeah, sure. Why?
We were expecting someone more human.
Fucking excuse me, how do you not know what the bounty hunter you are meeting looks like? And how in the fuck don't they recognize Kit? Apparently, they've met before. Well, the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants have us grab an ancient artifact from some ruins, but then this happens.
Well, if it isn't the punk, woman with the sword.
Hey, it's the boss of the Red Pajama Pants party. Thanks for the heads up on the giant monster attack.
Doesn't look like it gave you all that much trouble.
Not with Skiffy about.
Look, kid, I hate to do this, but it's my job. Hand it over, please.
What? Some thanks for trying to help you guys.
Like gasp! The Saulers are working with the Magassi Sisterhood? This revelation means nothing to me! Also, throughout the course of this game, I have killed hundreds of these guys. Why does Kit just let them take her hostage?
Ballard, I need your help again.
Oh, do you have someone else you want me to help? That'll turn around and try and kill me. Your Saul buddies aren't in my good books right now.
They have been trying to kill you since the start of the game. When were they ever in your good books? Head tells us some farmers are having animal troubles, so we go to help with that. And by help, I mean we kill one of the creatures who is harassing a kid. Then Tara Lee, the leader of the wolves, shows up. We chase her to a town where, to get into the Nortean wolves' hideout, we have to find 3 witches, while wolves constantly spawn. Basically, the 3 women just spout lol so random gibberish that turns out to be a password into the wolves' base. We then have a boss fight with Tara Lee, who's in a mech suit. And obvious twist in 3, 2, 1.
Think it. Solas. The Solas are working for the Magassi, and you handed them the key to wiping out my people.
Yeah, it turns out the doodad we got for the Sisterhood will unleash the Darks and destroy the planet. But fucking why, though? Why are the Magassi doing this? The game doesn't give us a reason, so I'm just gonna assume they find the Darks hot.
Sorry, I hit your mom, kiddo. But is she always that difficult?
Not always. Did the Dark really kill your family?
Yes.
Even your mother?
Yes.
Fuck, come on, man. This is like a Neil Breen movie.
I can't believe you committed suicide. I cannot believe you committed suicide. How could you have done this? How could you have committed suicide?
After punching her in the face, Tara Lee thinks we're cool now, and we decide to infiltrate a Magassi base to stop them from unleashing the Dark. However, we both get captured thanks to Justice, and watch as a guy gets transformed into a Dark. Looks like the Dark are some kind of flood-like thing. We escape to find that the Dark are already starting to infest the planet, and we have to go rescue Sheriff Head.
Kid, you still got that blade?
It's Kit. Always.
Then I know something that can help take down the Dark. There's an upgrade for the blade in one of the Magassi vaults.
Ah yes, an upgrade to a sword. That'll definitely stop this planetary infestation. We hack into the base and get the upgrade only for a Cthulhu monster to attack. Was it just pretending to be a statue? Why? Not that it matters, because after a really harsh cut, the Cthulhu monster is being killed by a horde of Dark. Okay, we run into General No Name, who we help out, but a Dark jumps on him, and Kit does fucking nothing. She's just standing there! Use your sword, you pink bimbo!
I'm sorry.
And we never see him again. We meet up with everyone and upgrade the sword. It glows purple now. But suddenly the building collapses for some reason and Tara Lee is hurt, so we gotta help her get to the evac point. What was the point of upgrading the sword if we were just gonna run away anyway? Eventually getting chased by one of those Cthulhu creatures who has been transformed by the Dark.
Ballad, bringing your own brand of trouble here.
Bitch! You helped cause this! We get into a boss fight with her and she runs away after getting defeated. Though eventually we meet back up with her and are about to be overrun by the Dark until Head shows up with the boys. Everyone is about to leave, but somehow Skiff is missing. So we jump off to go find him. Turns out the general guy has him and he's sentient.
Oh, fix. I see the hive. I know. What to do? Have to do. Wake the queen.
Time for the final boss of the game. And to be honest, it fucking sucks. You run away from him to an arena where you have to ground pound on these ice things to freeze him, and then you jump on him to do damage. Repeat for about 3 times. He gets the upper hand though, but is defeated by Head coming in to save the day. But somehow he already woke the queen.
The queen, look!
Greetings, familiar species, and also to you, newcomer.
Hi. You're not what I expected.
I am complete. I see that this nursery has become infected. The larval civilization has become contaminated and is spawning corrupted forms.
Larval civilization?
The squamatins, they take that form for many generations. When the population is sufficiently grown, they become adult forms.
But the Darks, the other ones.
Feral, impure beasts. They are a danger to all. We will cleanse the shell of them.
Okay, so the queen is chill. And I guess the squamatins are the larval form of this thing? Which is not a dark. Darks are incomplete, infected versions of whatever this is? I think? Oh, it doesn't fucking matter. Everyone gets in the merchant's ship and the planet fucking explodes.
Well, who's up for a steak? I hear Miss Creole's buying.
What? I never.
Yep, that's what I heard too. Come on, Skippy, let's go eat.
That blonde bitch helped omnicide a planet. Fun fact, you have to pay extra to get that ending, because this is an episodic game for some fucking reason. So that was Blade Kitten. This game was $8 for the whole package and I still feel ripped off. The biggest problem is the gameplay. Like I said, it's floaty and button mashy. I can't help to think that the main problem is the game uses 3D graphics. 2D art would allow for the animations to be tighter and faster, plus 2D cutscenes would probably have looked a lot better, allowing for more expressive poses and a better anime style that the game was clearly going for. The story isn't much better though, there barely even is a story. Looking at some of the previews of the Blade Kitten comic, it seems like the game is an adaptation of some of the books, and I can only guess that it just got a hatchet taken to it to try to make it fit into this game. And it's a shame, because the guys that made this also made Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, which was one of my favorite games as a kid. But yeah, TLDR, don't buy this fucking game. If you want, I'll leave a link to the website in the description if you guys want to check out the comic. That's probably a better use of your money. Anyway, peace.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take